Hey guys, how's it going? Zima here, and today we will talk about the DIN nodes. It is the modular AI native data pre-processing layer, lots of complicated words here, and they raised over $4 million in the last pre-listing round, bringing the total funding to $8 million. Some of the biggest names in the industry have invested in them already, and they now have an ongoing node sale which started back on August 22nd. And there are different tiers available for a different amount of money. Now, depending on the node that you get, you have more computing power and limit available. We will talk about all the different details in here later on. As always, links to everything in the description down below, so you can check them out yourself. But you know, it is not financial advice. I'm just showing you something that I think is interesting. They have a bunch of complicated words. The first, modular AI native data pre-processing layer. Just to explain this, you will probably take 2 minutes, but they say in short, collect data and get paid. That's simple. So they store data on-chain, generate data to enhance AI, collect data to earn, and in return get paid. For that, they have an extension which can be used in Chrome or Edge. But I would assume any Chrome-based browser. For example, I use Brave. They get about 20,000 users plus so far. I can get over 40,000 active users. We will get more to the details in a second. And you can see with the details dumped here, collect tweets and earn Wafer token, which allows users to collect content data on Twitter, for example, efficiently and effectively while getting paid in return. So with the extension, you will have a button down there, as well as an overview that helps you collecting data by getting paid in return. And as far as I know, Google extensions are free, so you can simply click on Add to Chrome, Add to Brave, whatever browser you use, and start farming tokens, created from the foundation of the data intelligence network that is designed to empower everyone to cook data for AI and get paid. Using blockchain as the record and settlement layer, they aim to build a primary data layer to collect, validate, vectorize, and incentivize both on-chain and off-chain data. And then they go into detail when it comes to the long-term vision, the market and trend analysis, the data flow for AI, the data collection validation, and some flow charts and diagrams. If you want to read about all the different details on why they do what they do, link is down below, check it out. But we are mostly focused on how do we join, how do we collect tokens, and are the nodes worth it. They launched in early April and had over 200,000 total users and over 40,000 active users on OPBNB as well as Mantle, while allowing all those things: effortless data collection, decentralized data scraping, the protection of such, as well as data monetization. And I always like to think, if you do something anyways, then might as well get paid for it, right? Let's say you hold USDP. You might as well stake that for like 3, 4, 5% a year on different sites to get money for your money. Otherwise, your money is just lying around. And if you browse Twitter anyways, or you are active on X, then you might as well have something in the background running that helps you getting paid for what you do anyways. Because X is going to collect the data no matter what. So might as well get something in return for all the hard work that you do when you scroll. Now, in order to enable that data, validate that, vectorize that, and the other complicated words, they have their Chipper nodes on sale right now, which, compared to most other nodes we have, actually have the Bureau. For that, they have an article on what you need, which isn't DLOps, the requirements are pretty low. But you would need to either have a software installed on your computer to run it yourself, or simply delegate that to a node as a service provider and have it hosted online. And they explain the system in a way where X data, the part where users earn the Wafer token, so when you simply have the extension and you browse the internet to collect data, when you want to convert that into the token, then those Chipper nodes have to be rented or utilized. So if you have one, yours will be utilized for that, and which is a fee being paid to the node operator, ranging from 5 to 30% of the XDIN converted per request, depending on the total daily converting requests. The higher the tier of your node, the more requests you can handle daily and earn more fees. Which makes sense because, you spend more money. You get access to more computing power, which in return can handle more requests, which then means you will receive more tokens. Regardless of the node level, each request allows the conversion of 150 wafers into 15 XDIN, which AKGE will allow for the DIN token once that is live and generated to be airdropped based on the proportion of XDIN held. But the tokenomics in here, they aren't updated yet. It says coming soon, so we don't know the entire supply. But let's say, for the sake of the argument, there will be 500 million tokens. If they use 20% of all the tokens, so 100 million for node operators, and they start with half of that to be dropped at TGE, then depending on how many XDIN tokens you have until that point, you might get a way bigger allocation for the airdrop than you get by farming later. But then again, the tokenomics aren't live yet, so it's all guessing. They also save 30% of the airdrops if we are locked at TGE, and the remaining 87% are locked over the next 6 months. 25% of the entire supply could be allocated to reward level 2 to level 10 nodes for the contributions to the network, but every node can mine the token by keeping it online, which means either download the software or use a node as a service provider and getting more over time. Now they have this reference page so they can see how many tokens you would get, but then again, if you don't know the tokenomics, then it doesn't tell you a lot. Let's say there are 10 billion tokens and the entire project is worth 100 million, so a token would be worth 1 cent, give or take. Then 800 tokens would be worth $8. If it's completely different, this might be $8,000. You never know until you see all the stats that are necessary in order to calculate this. That being said, now, if you want to buy a node, for which most tiers are available right now, and you would head over to the page, and you might be able to buy tier 2, because it's out of the whitelist, but you will see if that works. Maybe you can even buy tier 1. We will see what links are in the description down below, so we know for sure. They're being sold on the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum with USDT, which means if you can choose, always go with the Binance Smart Chain so you avoid all the insane gas fees that he might have. Also earlier, they just got ranked as number 3 for all the DFs on the Binance Smart Chain, and that's just their position right now when they're still early getting started. Over time, with more partners being announced and progress being made in the project, this can go a lot higher. That being said, when it comes to how much a node could make, difficult to say if we don't know the tokenomics. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. The links to everything mentioned in here, to the page, their socials, everything in the description down below, so make sure to check them out. Don't forget, nothing in here is financial advice. I just try to speculate and find the next 20, 50, 100x before too many people hear about that. Everything has a risk assigned to it, but I think this is going to go well. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Feel free to message me directly on Telegram if you have any inquiries, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.